Hey everybody, it's your pal Ron Howard from Extreme Sequences, and this is Monday Minute. Here we go. What do I map to some of these odd models that the sequencer may not have? And so we have a whimsical castle, we've got some type of doggy character here with horns on it, and then we have a hope candle over here. There are lots of different types of models that are sort of these one-offs. You know, you have everything from unicorns to gingerbread men and women, and just a lot of different things that people just love to put on their homes. And it's super cool, looks really great, but it's not easy for sequencers like myself to have one of everything. I mean, my show's got a lot going on as it is, and that's by design for two reasons. One, I sure like the way it looks live, which is one of the reasons I do a show, is because I want to see how everything works and looks. And two is to make sure I'm doing enough of the models that people can choose from, because I don't know what you may or may not have in your show. But this one question always comes up. What do I do with these when there are no effects specific for the doggy and the castle and the candle? Well, I'm going to show you a trick that I think might help you out. And you can take it further and be more granular and detailed with your mapping. It's all about the amount of time you want to put into it. But if you're super lazy, and who blames you? This stuff cannot be easy to spend hours and hours doing. That's okay. So let's go over to a sequencer. I've got a sequence open right here. And the key to this is really simple. First, make sure you've got a timeline that you can steal some effects from. So I've got, this is a Jingle Bell timeline. There's a bunch here. I just want to grab all these. I can copy all of my floods. That's right, floods. We're going to steal from the floods for this first example. So I'm just going to copy this, and then I'm going to put this on the Magic Castle. I'm going to put a layer above, and I'm going to paste. Boom, done. Let's do the same thing for the Hope candle. Layer above, right click, Control V, paste, and let's do the same for the doggy. And there we go. And let's see what these look like. Now, these are various hits that are going to be happening in here. And as you can see, do we have anything going on with the hopes? I may have to render, but at least what we're getting here are effects that will mirror what the floods are doing. So at least they're doing something and they're blending in with the show, which is way super cool and easy to do. You literally are mapping or stealing effects from something that's already been done, and you're up and running. And let's click on the candle. Well, look at that candle effect for the candle. And I'm probably gonna have to render this for us to see everything. So we'll come back to that. This is the fastest way to show how these things can work. Now, here's the candle. Here's one other thing I would suggest. If there are submodels, which I know there are for the candle, I'll double click on the candle, and here's an outline. You may want to put moving effects on the outline. And again, we can steal. So if I go down here to the Eves group, and there's a lot going on in the Eves group. Maybe I don't want all of this. Let's just say we take, let me see if I could scoot this up. Yeah, let's do this. Let's just take this line here. And we're going to copy this. And we're going to scoot up here to the outline portion of the candle. And then I'm going to paste this here. And what we have now is the outline is going to take priority over the rest of it. And now we have some movement. And then you can flavor this. If you don't like that effect, you can go to something else. You can change the rendering style. Maybe single line is probably going to make it a lot better. So it gives a little more movement to that prop. So these are things that you can play with to make it look better. You still have all of these effects going on. See, the Hope's now taken over the candle portion of the show, or I should say the floods portion, while the outline of the prop is utilizing the effects from either your outlines or your verts or your eaves. So again, this is a very quick way to get some movement going. We could do the same thing. I believe, was it the castle? The doggy, I think, has, let's see. Yep, there's an outline. Do the same thing. There we go. And now the dog can have basic movement. Now you'd want to go in here and probably clean up some of this stuff. But I think what you're going to see here is you're going to have the dog moving back and forth, matching what's going on in the sequence. And I think that's going to look pretty cool. So again, I don't want you folks feeling like you need to spend an exorbitant amount of time creating effects for these one-off props that you put into your shows. Utilize what's already in the sequences, no matter where you buy your sequences from or the shares that you get or when you're doing your own. Try to simplify the process and get you out of that frustration stage and the question, what do I do with this? If you find these videos helpful, please smash that thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Subscribe to it, and we'll catch you soon. Happy New Year. See ya.